A few days ago, I interviewed the UK's #1 TikTok shop affiliate, a really lovely bloke called Isaac. And to say that it was a value-packed session would be an understatement. We went through everything, and Isaac was dropping value bombs left, right, and centre. Now, this session was being held exclusively for our Honest Creators members, but I just thought the session was so incredibly helpful that I would share it publicly so that you can all enjoy it. So if you're looking to crush TikTok Shop affiliate this year, or you just want some more motivation to keep on going, go and get yourself a cuppa, a notepad and pen, sit down and strap in, because this session is the one to watch to do all of that. Now, before I start the session, if you do want to learn how to do TikTok Shop affiliate properly, if you want to get coaching, if you want to join a community where there's loads more interviews just like this, as well as so many other benefits, check out the link for the Honest Creators in the description box below. With that, I'll let you enjoy the interview. Let me know what you think in the comments. See ya. A quick summary of Isaac if you haven't come across him before, or if you want a little bit more detail into why or how he became the #1. So this is his account. It's today's shop picks, Isaac TTS deals. I would absolutely recommend that all of you follow him for inspiration and just good examples of somebody that does face content. So face to face, he speaks to camera. He does faceless. He does lives. He basically does every single format. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to learn about that. But the long and short of it is Isaac this time last year was editing for a YouTube channel. So had an understanding, I guess, of how content creation, works. But he himself wasn't the person on the camera. Then kind of came across TikTok Shop affiliate, made £3,000 commissions in his first month, that should say. Quit his editing job, and he now does this full time. So look at this. This is just insane, to be honest. So these are his figures in November. So £37,000 in commission. And then in addition to that, which Isaac is also going to be, diving into in a little bit, he was getting brands to pay him to do lives, to do videos, like some sort of retainer. £37,000 in a single month, and he only started in March. How insane is that? Just so I know that all you guys can are as pumped as I am. Give me a 1 in the comments if you think that is absolutely incredible and you're now gagging to hear this man's story. So start adding those ones in just so I can make sure that everyone is paying attention. I can see that Lewis is commenting on my fresh Barnet. Thank you for that, mate. Good. We can see all the comments filtering in. So in addition to that, what is also amazing is in the last week of November, a 7-day period of that £37,000 commission, £21,000 was from the final week, which is nuts. And for those of you that do frequent TikTok as much as I do, you will undoubtedly have seen some of his live sessions come on. This is nuts. So did a 5-hour 40-minute session with over 157,000 viewers. Crazy, right? So that is the intro. So let's now bring on the main man himself, Isaac. Welcome, my friend.
Hello everyone.
Hey, so let me just first of all say, I know we did have a little chat beforehand, but just officially, just insane work, man. And absolutely congratulations on achieving those results in such a short space of time. When you first kind of started TikTok Shop affiliate in March, did you kind of go into it at all thinking, yeah, one day I'm gonna make numbers anywhere close to that?
Yes, that's probably different to what most people say, but I needed, I've been looking for side hustles for a long time. I was looking at Amazon. I was looking at doing loads of different side hustles. And when TikTok Shop came along, TikTok's the only one where you don't have to ship out anything. You don't deal with that part of the process. You can get commissions to be fair, back in the day, we were, some commissions were like 30-40% commissions. Those days are a little bit gone as everything tightens up a little bit. But yeah, I just thought, I know that there's an opportunity there for sure, because I like being creative. So if you're creative, it is really good on TikTok Shop. I have fun making the videos, and the live streams. I have so much fun with the lives. Granted, I do get a bit of a headache afterwards, because if anyone's seen my lives, especially the ones that pop off, I don't stop talking. I'm just constantly rabbling on and on to keep people
I
in. Everyone knows TikTok's all about keeping the viewers there.
I have
So
great
yeah,
admiration for you being on 5 hours. I did like 20 minutes and I was like, oh, I'm just repeating myself
yeah, I
now.
struggle to do that now. And I will say straight off the bat, you've got to go with the flow of like trends. So, Black Friday was obviously popping off.
Yeah,
Nowadays, I'm doing bits and bobs, but I'm not really, like the sales nowadays won't be anywhere near Black Friday's level because obviously,
yeah,
it's January, mid
it's
January,
January.
not many people have too much money.
Yeah,
There's not really anything coming up. I mean, you've got Valentine's Day coming up. March, the first big thing was Mother's Day. That was the first thing that came back last year,
when you first
March.
started. Yeah, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so that
You
was that.
kind of you've already started mapping out all these events in the future.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
To kind of plan.
I know people who I told my friend about it actually back in just after I started, and he now pops off on it as well. He doesn't do it anywhere near as much as me. He's still got a job. He's still, not
Yeah,
fully committed. And I'm like, fair dues, but I don't
yeah.
think he understands how much.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Because it's so new to certain people.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously not to you, but I think there's kind of maybe a little bit of doubt, or people just think I don't
yeah.
really believe in it. Like on my TikTok account, Jansen Smith, whenever I like post results of whether it be my own or whatever, people just immediately go scam. It's not possible.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I get that all the time.
it's quite sad,
All the
isn't it,
time.
really? Because it's that limiting belief that
Yeah.
only a corporation could earn that much, and it's just not true.
Oh, I
Um,
used to be like that. I used to be, thinking, how could anyone? I actually remember watching. How long have you been doing videos now on YouTube
So
for?
YouTube videos starting like 2018. Yeah, that was on Amazon FBA actually.
Yeah, I was watching, definitely saw one of your videos on Amazon. I've seen loads of different videos, and one guy said about TikTok Shop, and he was like, "Oh, I earn £1,000 in a week or something." I was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
you can't do that. There's no way." And then I started, and the thing is, if you're watching this right now, you might not have had your first sale. Once you get that first sale, that is the motivation you need.
That
It'll just
takes.
flow. Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
just flow from
yeah.
there. This is one thing I will say. I get motivation from the days which are the worst for me. So that's
Really?
something.
Talk to me about that then. How does that
Yeah.
work?
So I can't have it. I can't have myself doing bad. I can't have myself going down on the leaderboard. And
Yeah,
and
yeah,
believe me,
yeah,
when
yeah.
you get up on the leaderboard, you start
Right.
being like, I want to be at the top. I want to stay at the top. And
Mhm.
it's hard. Obviously, there's now. Also, this is a tip. I don't know if people know this, but you've got Callow Data,
Yeah,
obviously, and then you've also got the Salah Center on TikTok, and you can
yeah,
see the affiliate rankings on there, and that gives you some full breakdown of a lot of creators on there. But
yeah.
I'm not sure. I think you have to have a shop. I think you have
You
to
have to have
open
a
a
shop or
shop.
seller account because I have access to that. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah, because I originally went through the original
the
loophole.
shop method.
Yeah, the method.
Yeah.
I didn't have 1,000 followers. I don't think you can. Don't think that's possible now, is it? I'm not sure.
I think they've kind of blocked it. But let's just rewind a little bit then. So when you first started, I mean, I'm assuming your friends and family all know that you're a bit of a celebrity now when it comes to TikTok. But when you first started, were you a little bit coy about it? Did you like hide behind the fact that you were getting on camera and
Oh no, 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 no. I was like full on. I wanted to be on camera. I wanted to build a brand. Okay, that's
right.
one thing I will say. Faceless content's fine. I know loads of people who do. I do faceless content, but I also do myself on camera. I
Yeah.
also do my other page now. I just do bits and bobs. I try everything. Have your fingers in all loads of different pies and just
I
try
think
stuff.
and find what works best for you. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
when
Find
I
what.
first started like browsing TikTok as frequently as I do now, I came across your account a lot, but it wasn't really lives. Would I be wrong in saying that the
Yeah. Oh
lives
yeah.
kind of
No.
flipped
Yeah.
off
I
on
haven't
the
done live.
competitor?
August. I tried lives June, July, and like everyone else, you go live, you get like 2, 3 people, maybe 5, 10 people, and
Yeah,
you think
yeah,
this is a bit naff. And then what happens is you've got to keep consistent with it. It's like everything. I'm gonna say it's everyone. You've got to stay consistent with it because it
yeah.
will come. Especially with the live. So I think my first massive live stream was with a portable washing machine, believe it or not, like a little gimmick. But it's good
Right.
for like washing underwear, like tea towels, small. It's a bit naff to be fair,
Yeah.
but it's a good. I thought that's a really good like gadget, because you've got to think what is TikTok about. And when I first started doing TikTok shop, if you asked me what kind of stuff does TikTok sell, it'd be like gadgets, quirky little things that, you know, when you're scrolling through, you look at it and go, oh, that sounds interesting. And that's what I ran with the portable washing machine. And I did a live with it, and I sold 800 in 2.5 hours. And granted that it was because of what happened. It was a flash sale where they're £30, but it was down to £9.99. So that was
Right.
massive. So if you
Yeah.
notice a product that's a
Mm.
bit quirky, obviously the main thing for me is you've got to have a decent shop review. It doesn't have to be like 4.8 stars or anything, but generally over
Yeah.
four is about what I sort of look at. And then you got those promotional quality points, don't you, on your
Yeah.
account? But
Yeah.
they change. They can change every week, so don't look into that too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of
So
people
once
look
you
into that.
so that first live kind of gave you a taste that of how much you could earn from doing live TikToks, basically. Because
Yeah,
I
it was the
think,
views more than the earnings. I mean, I was only getting like £1.50 per sale. I mean, I say that's still like still a lot of
yes,
money
like
from that
1,200
live,
quid.
but
Yeah.
it was yeah, it was more the views. I got
Right.
1,500 viewers from it, and then that's it. Once TikTok know that you can get the viewers and you can keep them there, and you can have, you know, say you get 400 viewers in a live stream once, or 200, or whatever your level is. Say you average 10, and suddenly you do a live and you get 100 viewers. That's a great sign, because that's TikTok challenge. It's testing, you know, testing your
Yeah.
account to see if it
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
perform better at the higher viewers. And a lot of accounts, I'm not going to lie to you, like if you're watching this and you're thinking, do I want to do video or do I want to do live streams? Try both. But if you're doing a live stream, just try to not just sort of like, you know, sit there not saying much. Like if you
Yeah.
see my lives, when I'm doing my lives faceless, I'll be pointing a lot with my hand or moving
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
small little tips. Like a lot of people know about them, but they really help. They really
I,
help keep people.
I've watched a fair few of your projector ones, and yeah, I think you're very inclusive. You'll be like, okay, people, and then you'll be like, you know, scrolling through, and then you'll be
Yeah.
answering the questions, and then have you got a backup phone to show
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got
failed
it.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Ricky Gervais on
we'll
there.
come back onto like, you know, more live tips, but if we just, you know, rewind to when you first started, so you were experimenting a bit more with faceless content, face to face.
Oh yeah, back
And
in the day, I was doing so my first, I was doing faceless, and then
mm,
my first product. I'm trying to think, like the first viral product was actually a screen, like a green screen video. Now I don't recommend doing that now because it just won't work.
yeah,
I mean, it might do, I don't know, but in fact, I saw a toilet roll on a rotating toilet roll and 900 viewers on live stream the other day. That annoys me, stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen a few people do
But
that.
but yeah. So what was the question again? Back in the day,
So
sorry, I
yeah, back
forgot
in the
then.
day, in terms of like your faceless content, doing face to face and stuff, how did you get into a groove there? So like you talk about being creative.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the videos that I demonstrated to these guys back in August was you with the dash cam
Yes,
going,
yeah, yeah,
I've got the phone with the police and what they
yeah.
said. So how did you? Was that story made up?
That
I'm assuming.
Yeah, that. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
How?
thought, you know,
What was
I've
the
been in.
process
I have been
there?
in a hit and run. So the
Yeah.
thing I say, and it's true, is I got a hit and run 6 months ago. A car literally crashed into the side of me, and it, you know, I didn't have a dash cam in my car, and it cost me £400 to get the car repaired. And
Yeah.
I went on TikTok. I found this, you know, found the cheap. I didn't have much money. Found the cheapest dash cam I could get, and it came with free delivery and free return. So I thought, if I don't like it, I can just send it back. Now I'm literally doing now what I do through my live stream. This is what I'm
Yeah.
doing, because
Yeah.
I'm taking
Yeah.
my own story. And don't get me wrong, like, be truthful, but you can maybe,
You
you
can
know,
bend it,
yeah, you can
right?
bend it a bit. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and it works a story. So if you're trying to sell something, I wouldn't just have it and go, oh guys, this, you know, this
Is that
whatever
Ricky
you've
Gervais
got.
on your home screen? Is that for the
Sorry,
engagement? Is that Ricky
yeah,
Gervais,
that's
the
Ricky Gervais
engagement?
on there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I do that. Believe
You
me, that
follow the
helps.
tricks. Follow the tricks.
Yeah, I am full of tricks and stuff like that. But I got it. I will say though, just be careful what you put up there, because I've had a few violations for. I was on live stream. I got banned for a week. I'll say it quickly. I got banned for a week for live streaming because I was on Netflix just showing something, and I
Mm.
clicked on. Someone said, "Does it work?" So I went, "Yeah, it works." I've done this 1,000 times. Clicked on something, and immediately, as soon as I clicked on something, someone. It was Shameless, UK Shameless, and someone came out immediately in the nude, and I couldn't hide
Oh,
it.
you're like,
And they,
no.
oh yeah, they immediately, and everyone in the chat was laughing their heads off. They all thought it was hilarious. But then, boom, I got hit with
Oh
a
shit.
week
Yeah, yeah.
restriction, and
You
I've
have
got the
to.
highest level of support, and they couldn't help me with that. So I'm just saying out there, just be careful. I see a lot of
Yeah,
people
with the
live
live.
streaming with the with the projectors especially, and they're starting to show people, oh, get this downloader app, and then you can get all these like dodgy apps downloaded. And I'm
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
get in trouble doing that. You got to
Yeah,
be
stay clear.
careful.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I was just saying, it's literally just, if you had this and you're selling this, I wouldn't say about the features. I would just tell a story about it. So
yeah,
how
yeah,
this. So like the I don't know if anyone's seen the radiator foil. The
yeah,
radiator
yeah.
foil
I've
to
done that
go.
one. The Ready Save, yeah, or Ready
So it's
Save.
just as simple as, instead of going, instead of starting it with like, about the price or whatever, you just say the obvious, like, this will help you save on your heating costs.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
the problem is, everyone knows that, I feel like, at this stage. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
There's so many people, don't get me wrong, there's so many video creators and there's so many live stream creators, but I feel like if you stay consistent with it, so if you're doing one video a day, do one video a day. If you can do 3 or 5 videos a day, just don't do what I made a mistake with, which I did my videos and they were doing amazing, and I went onto live streaming, and what I did poorly was I let my videos drop a bit. So I was doing 3 to 5 a day, and suddenly I was doing 1 a day. And
right.
TikTok really, I wouldn't like say punished, but they, my videos went
Mm.
down a bit, but then the live stream was like,
Yes, it kind of made up for it.
yeah, so it kind of made up for it. Yeah,
So what do you feel you have to do now in order to not get punished?
it depends what videos are lives.
Yeah, like both. Like, what? So I guess walk us through your day to day when it comes to TikTok Shop affiliate, like your content creation and uploading.
I am, now this probably sounds horrible in a way, that I'm the least organized person when it comes to planning out stuff. I am very on the cuff, so I literally am always on TikTok, always looking at the products. I have a group of people who I know and follow, and I sort of understand when something, I've got, because I've done it for a while, I kind of know when something's taken off. And the way I
Yeah,
do that is just, you see people, you start seeing it, you start
yeah,
seeing this product, start seeing a few people with this product over and over, and you start thinking, right. And then you notice another key here is, you got the rotation, the GMV videos. So
yeah.
you obviously go on the TikTok shop, you click on a product, you click on the bottom bit at the bottom, and it says how
And you
much you
see,
earn, and it has the
yeah,
six, I think it's 6 videos now.
yeah, the top
What
6. Yeah,
what I've picked up on is that a lot of them, when something's not going viral, there'll be, a few thousand, right? If you see one, and if it's the top one or the top first and the top second are over, say, 50,000, 100,000 views, when you actually click on that video, their views will be a lot more than what it says on
yeah,
that
yeah.
little thing. But that is a good indication to me that is going to go. That is going to be the next thing that pops off. And then I'll just double check, make sure it's got over 4 stars, and then I might start doing videos with it. I'm at a point now where I actually get sent samples. I can get sent pretty
Like,
much anything.
yeah, like you can't move. Are you in an agency?
Yeah, I've just literally joined T Spot, which is
Oh, and
an
were you not? You didn't have
agency.
an agency beforehand at all?
No
Really?
agency.
You're a free soul.
I had no boost, no nothing, nothing, no
Yeah,
help
yeah, yeah.
whatsoever.
I kind of
Um,
assumed you had something because of the deals that you run on your lives.
yeah,
So did that come from brands reaching out?
no, that came from, so there was like, I get people message me, like, if you've been doing this a bit, you'll have loads of people message you in your inbox
Yeah,
saying they can
yeah,
give you like higher commission links on this and that. And for a while I was a bit, because I didn't know like what was a bit, could be a bit of a, not a scam, but where they might be able to take a bit of your commission. Now I will
yeah.
say
You don't
there's a
want
thing
me
about
to,
giving away
yeah,
your Spark codes. Be
yeah.
careful giving away your ad codes, because they can change the commission to 1% and all these
That
things. But
happened.
this
That did
was,
happen to me. Yeah.
did it? Yeah, I've got done by that a few times, but, and it is what it is. But just don't give away your ad codes unless it's maybe to the, if you upload to the official shop, should be able to run ads on it anyway. You see,
Yeah.
without you giving ad codes, so that should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's yeah. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought again. What were you saying?
So we're talking about like agencies and
T Spot. Yeah, so I've joined T Spot, and I joined them because a few of my friends are in there. Phil's in there. TikTok Shop, wow, he's another live streamer. I've got Kyle, who's my friend's in there, and it's quite a small agency, but they're very good, a UK based, very good
how
UK
are they?
agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't, I didn't join on a commission split though. I will say
Oh,
that. So
really?
I'm
How
not.
come you? What was the motivation for that? Because a lot of them don't take anything, do they? So what was the
Yeah,
incentive to do that?
yeah. I don't want like wow. It's like, I think they were saying, a few of them contacted me and saying, we'll give you £1,000 a month or £2,000 a month as like a retainer. And I think one of them, this particular one's 1,000, and I worked it out and I was like, they're taking 20%. So like if I was earning about 5 grand a month, that might have kind of been, because it's
Yeah,
basically like them saying, we'll take the risk out and we'll give you a bit of money up front, just so you're a bit safer and you don't
yeah,
have to do, you just get paid it, don't you, on a monthly income. But unfortunately, I thought I can't do that because it's not worth it for me. I know it sounds horrible, but if they were paying me maybe 4 or 5 grand a month and then taking 20%, that might help. But I will say this, I'm not saying people don't go for agencies for commission splits, because what they'll do is they'll help build your brand. I know a few creators who have really benefited from agency, but I feel like I know a lot about TikTok Shop. Like I've been doing it so long and I'm
it's the
so
number one
invested
as
in it.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just can't stop. I just can't stop. And there's different. I will say though, there's different ways of using agencies. Like I personally, I'm always going to say that you probably don't need an agency, but it
yeah,
completely depends who you are. If you're someone who's got a full-time job and you've got a family, I don't have. I was going to say I don't have a family then, but what I mean is I don't have like a partner at the moment. I don't have like I'm very free. I
and you can
left my
kind of just
old
work on your
job.
own time. Yeah,
Yeah, I used to do video editing and for YouTube, for the person I used to edit for on YouTube, Golf Mates, and
yeah,
I've done short form content. And I even used to be a partner with Machinima back in the day in 2010. Like all the way back in 2010, I used to do Xbox montages and I used to be part of teams. So I was making money off YouTube back in 2010. And
yeah.
then, but by the way, the money back then was like nothing, literally.
Compared
So
to
I've always
today
had
now.
it. And I've always wanted to do it. And the thing for me is the big motivation. You can see now when I talk, I'm constantly doing this with my hands. It's just something I do
Yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. I think
all the
someone
time.
just commented saying, "I want to buy your energy." That was Debbie. I mean, yeah, it's 7 at night, and you still, very animated. I guess you've also trained yourself to do that for extended periods of time on the
Yeah, well,
live. And
I've got a bit of anxiety, you see. So I actually use this to like I'm always like sort of feel quite anxious about stuff, but I use that anxiety to make me like I almost use it as fuel when I'm doing my
yeah,
live
yeah, yeah,
stream. So at
make
the
it come
beginning, you
across
will
quite
feel
clever.
very nervous, people. I will say when you first go in live, loads of people do it. You're going to be like, I don't want to do it. You'll set up, you'll get ready for your first live, and you just won't press that button, and you'll
Yeah,
procrastinate for a while. Don't worry, because your first few lives they won't do much anyway. Just keep go. Well, they might do. You might end up, popping off on
just
your. And it
keep
can
that
happen. Can
consistency
happen.
up. Yeah, yeah. So I just want to nip back to when we talk about how creative you are and things. Back on this storytelling, because
Yeah,
you've had a fair few videos that have really popped, and like you did a video on a drone, you've got the projector, the
yeah.
dash cam, all stories. And I'd just be intrigued to learn how you come
Okay.
up with
How I've
those and
come
how
up
you
with it?
structure a video. Like, do you write everything down before you film,
No.
or is it no?
No, I don't do any writing down. I'm probably the opposite of. I'm literally what I'll do is it'll just pop in my head. I'll be watching a video. So what happened with the police one? And it starts off with going. I can't remember the exact. It was something like if you I just got off the phone from the police.
Yeah,
If you're from the UK, you need to hear this, or something
that's
like
it.
that.
That's exactly
And
it.
and it's yeah, and it's all about. I remember seeing this guy called Hugh. I think his name was Hugh Essentials on TikTok. He's
Yes,
doing
yeah,
really
yeah.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know Hugh, and he did the scrubber, the electric spin scrubber on the oven, and it was like a cleaning tool that was going viral back sort of mid last year. And he did a thing where his landlord like he did a fake message from his landlord, like he played it like, oh, you need to get this oven cleaned or
I've seen
something,
that. Yeah, yeah.
and I just looked at that and I thought, okay, and it just gave me that idea, like, wait a minute, dash cam, what happens from a dash cam? Okay, so you send the evidence to the police or the insurance company if you get into a crash, right? I'm just going to use that, and
Yeah,
I just formed it from that. So, but I'm always thinking about TikTok. I'm so involved in it. Is like, I know people. Don't get me wrong, and this is a
yeah,
great thing to do. Have loads of different businesses, hands in all different pies, like I say. But I feel like at the moment, with the amount of money that's available on TikTok, and I know US isn't us over here, but with what's happening with them at the moment, and at least they're back on now for a
yeah, yeah,
bit. But it's it did make me a little bit nervous, but the money's there with TikTok, and a lot of people might. I tell about TikTok, they go, yeah, but it'll be gone. It'll be gone. So yeah, temporary thing. There is no signs that it's a temporary
yeah,
thing. It is.
yeah.
I mean, who knows?
I agree with absolutely everything you said there, and I think I'm probably also wired a bit similar to you mentally as well. Like, I look at products and I'm like, I wonder what story I can make. And I said to my wife earlier, we did a weighing scale one. I said, I've just thought of another really good hook. Can we, do it tomorrow? And on that landlord voice note, I did the exact same. I pretended to call her and pretended to be a builder, and all stuff like that. So, yeah, but on that saturation point, I think people like you will be absolutely fine. I think that there's different styles of content, isn't there? And there's the ad style, which is, oh my God, the guys, someone's made a mistake. This is only £9, like that style. And then there's your style, which is, I've just got off the phone to that storytelling that requires a bit more creativity. And I think it's that one that is going to stand out a lot more in the future. So, yeah.
So is organic, which is like, like what I do, almost like basically just think, right, if you're watching this and you want to make a video, your next video, just feel like you're talking to a friend through FaceTime. So literally just pretend you're FaceTiming your mate. And this is something I'll do as well. If you watch the camera, I'll start a video and I'll just do that with my phone. Like just like I'm putting my phone on something, because it just looks like I'm FaceTiming someone. So, but then saying that, yesterday I uploaded a video and it's now got like 40,000 views. And it was literally a video where I stood there with this dash cam that cost 15 quid. And I just go, they've just price dropped the dash cam to £15.
You do that style. Yeah.
So I do everything. Everything. And I really don't think people realize, like, if you're like, maybe if you're like Lotwort, or if you're Luke, or if you're someone who's like, they've got a massive following around themselves, like they can literally just put something on the counter, start a video, talk through it in one take, no cuts, no any of this, and they get the sales because people trust in them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really like, I just do everything. I'm uploading so many videos, even with my live streaming. I'm trying to do 5 videos a day, but now I've got another account where I just basically practice stuff, maybe stuff that I think might be a bit risky, if you know what I mean. So I might try it on there so I don't get a violation. And then I've got.
And then do you do supplements at all, Isaac?
I tried supplements once. I did NMN, because I got like £9 commission or something, and I was like, ooh, like I can't, ignore that. But it was hard. I will say, be warm with supplements, because the violations, they I mean, in fact, I know I'm in a star creator chat with all the other star creators, or not all of them, but a lot of them. And some girl made a fake video. So she got a violation for this product. And she said, do you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to make a video. And she literally, this was her video. She goes, hi guys, I can't say much about this product because I might get a violation, but buy this. And then she got a violation for that.
Really?
So it's something, and I think at the moment though, people, it's just TikTok's a little bit like, the algorithm's a little bit weird at the moment. The way it's run is a little bit weird, just because obviously this whole thing in the background. So I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Definitely does seem this month has been a little bit different, but then like what you said before, I think people are broke and waiting for payday, and there's so many different things. The band,
it's like a 5-week month as well for a lot of people, and it's just but I also do think that there will be a lot of change on TikTok Shop coming soon for the good. I think live shopping, I don't know if anyone's seen that thing that Gary Vee said about live shopping. He said that it's going to be basically the future. And the number one he said was TikTok. So if you can get started on that, like if you're watching this right now, whether it's on wherever you post, I mean, I don't know if this makes it. Does this make it to YouTube, or is it just in the private?
Yeah, mate. If you're down for that, I'm down for sharing the world the legend that is Isaac.
Cheers. If you're watching this though, guys, just keep consistent with it, and that is like the number one thing. But I will say that look back. This is a tip that I always do. Just look back in your last 10 videos, and if there's any video that's, even if you're getting 200 views on every video, if there's one video that's got 350, double down on that one.
Excellent.
And then just keep going on that.
I think, what you've said all makes complete sense. And it's funny because a lot of what you just said there is, stuff that we've discussed a lot in the community, which is very positive. But just on that topic there, where you said like Luke, he can just, put any product in front of him. Chaz, is it Chaz Reviews?
Chaz, yeah.
She's one as well that could, she's got a huge follower base, and she kind of did a video a few weeks ago saying you don't need a community, you don't need coaching for TikTok Shop. You just literally get a product in front of you and talk about it. And I was just like, that's because you've got such a big following. The majority of people, that's not going to work.
Well, Shaz, she's in my agency that I'm in, and I won't say exactly what she made in November, but believe me, she, in terms of GMV in November, we're talking like we're talking like seven figures. We're talking that
Really?
amount of, yeah, like
No.
that's set in sales, and she's so good. Like she does live streams, but she also does videos.
Yeah.
But she's very, very good at like being organic, if you know what I mean. Like she's very good at that, and that's why she can build like a really good audience that
Like a big
trust her.
follower, that the account that's
Yeah,
built
and what'll happen
in.
is it really helps if you. I don't really have much of like a community in the fact that like when I upload a video, like 5 people will buy it straight away. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that for me, but a lot of
Yeah.
people do. These big creators, they will literally get a few sales or they get so many likes that then pushes out their videos. But I will say that don't worry about that. If you've not got a big following, if you don't get loads of likes, because my videos, sometimes I'll upload them and it will pop off 2 months down the line.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another thing. It won't. Don't worry if your video gets 300, 200 views. That dashcam video, the one that's pinned on my profile, which has got
Yeah.
nearly 4 million views, that I uploaded on the last day of September, and it started going viral in November.
Did it?
So yeah,
Yeah. It's always a nice feeling, isn't it, when you see sales come through for a product that you promoted a while back, and you're like, oh, the algorithm's clearly rewarding me. So if we just go back to your TikTok lives, then, so I'm really intrigued about the kind of retainer aspect. So earlier on at the beginning, I said, you got 37K, 36K, whatever it was in commissions, and then you got a bunch more from brands. What was that for? How did it come about?
What, the extra money? The extra money that I got from PayPal. So basically that wasn't even brands. That was literally people paying me to use their links for the commission for the. So it is essentially like agencies. There were different agencies basically wanting me to use their link. So 15% for the dash cam. I have very good commissions on the dash cams, right? So a lot of people can't compete, and I've had them actually from last year, so I'm kind of glad they are. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself, but I'm glad they haven't gone down or anything. But yeah, so I basically got paid. So they would message me and go, can you use our link? It's the same percentage, but if you use our link over their link, we'll send you 500.
Oh, really? So it's like agencies trying to undercut each other.
Yeah, they're trying to beat each other, and it's all for them. I think what it is they get like. So the way I see it, don't 100% quote me on this, but the way I see it is the shops will give them a certain amount of commission, and then you'll get a certain amount of commission, and they'll keep a small percentage extra or whatever. And in fact, one of them, I don't think he was supposed to be, but he sent me like a background of like his computer, and it literally said that it was like affiliate commission, brand shop commission down one side. So they definitely get something out of it. I'm still a bit confused with all that, but essentially they got something out of me, and I got whatever they were getting out of me must have been worth, say, £500 or £300 or whatever, which is it must be a lot. But then that live stream that I was doing back then with the projectors, I was getting like 15, 60. I think one, which I couldn't find on the screenshot, I did 20,000 GMV just in that. Again, it was like a 4.5 hour live stream. But you see, those live streams you don't have to try, oddly enough, because everything's coming in so fast that you're just responding to stuff. So those 5 hours flew by. It's when I know it is struggling when you first start live streaming. It is a bit hard because you don't have anyone coming in. You're sort of sat there, and when no one's talking, you don't really know what to say.
So
and it's easier,
easier the bigger you get because the more questions you keep.
Even at my level, I did a quick live stream before I came on here because I was actually. That's why I did it, because I was having internet problems yesterday where it was lagging all the time, and it wasn't my phone internet. And it wasn't my Wi-Fi, so I didn't know what was going on. And it could have been an issue with TikTok, but I went live for half an hour just because I thought about this interview thing, and I thought I don't want to be coming on here and I'm lagging all over the place. So I went live, and it was fine. But I also noticed my viewers were down. So normally I'd get 300 to 600 average, and I was only on like 100. I thought, what's going on here? So TikTok, don't look into things too much. Like, don't get me wrong. If you normally get 300 viewers and you're live streaming for 2 weeks and you get 50, there's something not quite right there. But but it's I will say though to people out there, if you want to just give it a go, that's what one thing you take from this. Definitely give live streaming a go, because live streams are consistent income. You can literally depend on it. I mean, at one point it was averaging like £500 an hour. Every hour I was earning £500 profit every time I went live. It's not that now, believe me. I wish it was, but it's all about just getting to a certain level. I used to be very much. So when I started out, I was very much like, if I can get £100 a day or £50 a day or a certain figure, And now I don't tend to look at it like that, because what happens is you'll start trying to beat yourself on the month. So I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
I'm very competitive with myself.
I guess January for you to come off that November high, and even half of December before Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know what January is going to end up being, because there's a lot of, like, the beginning of January was quite good, and then the end of January we'll have the sales. So don't forget that the main part of the month is the end of the month. You always get the end of the month sales. That's where you make a bulk of, that's where I did that 21,000 week or something like that.
That was Black Friday as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 grand. It was like literally like $3 a day for like a week.
And does it, making that amount of money, like, I don't think it's changed you, because you seem very grounded and down to earth.
I don't even see it. No.
I don't even think. Like, what are you have you changed your lifestyle habit? How has it improved your life, or is it just I'm just addicted to TikTok?
Yeah, I don't. This is the thing with me. I'm not going flogging. I'm not going on holidays. I'm not driving around in an R8, even though I really want to get an R8. That's probably what I'll do. I love my cars, you see, so I probably will end up getting a nice car. But it's all this stuff. To be honest, it's one of these things where once it kind of hits you and you start living to that kind of lifestyle, that's when you might struggle with it. And I don't need that lifestyle. I just live like how I did when I was on like barely anything every month.
Where do you live, Isaac?
North Yorkshire.
Oh, are you originally a Yorkshireman?
No, I was born in Oxford, and then I lived in Swindon for a little bit. But yeah, down south until 2003. But I've been up here now like 20 odd years, so technically I'm Yorkshire. But I have a very weird. I don't even know what my accent is, because when you can't really pick it up on yourself unless you don't drop.
You're not like a up, because I'm originally from South Yorkshire, but I've lived down in London for that long. I've kind of dropped.
You kind of moved off. I do sometimes. Don't get me wrong. It creeps in.
We've got a few Yorkshiremen and Yorkshire women in the comments now, just popping off. Have you ever been recognised? I mean, I guess if you're getting those numbers on lives and videos, has anyone ever said?
I've had a few people. There was a guy in KFC who was working, and he was like, and he was like, and he gave me a free KFC.
Did he?
I was like, yeah. I don't know how he did that as well. He wasn't a manager, and I thought, sweet. I was walking around Sainsbury's once, and then I do hear people say something like TikTok, but there was a small part of me, like, where you think, are they talking about me? But they're probably not. But it's not. It's not like
recognize me on TikTok, and they're just
that's what I feel like being like, and a bit like braggy, but there's definitely been some incidents. But it's not, at the end of the day, a lot of my live streams as well are faceless. Which another thing I will point out, because I'll forget, because I do have a bit of a my memory's a bit like a sieve. So I've almost forgot it now. But literally, if you're doing a live stream, apart from being consistent, right? So there's one thing I will say with live streams: so you don't have to do them every day. Okay, you don't. You could do them like once a week. But I will say, if you can do them once a day, try it once a day for a week, and see if you get any sales doing that compared to videos. Because in my opinion, this is no data or anything like this, but in my opinion, they push out people at the moment who are new to live streaming. So I've got a friend who just went live streaming last week for the first time. He did it every day. He started on 5 viewers, and he's just done a live stream yesterday. And he earned £150 from it, and he had, I think it was like 90 viewers or something.
Oh, really?
So I'm just saying, just try and get going with the live streams. Now I do faceless content, but I am transforming the way I do lives. But I've just got my spare room into like a bit of a studio, and I'm going to do it a bit more like Phil. So I don't know if you know Phil, TikTok Shop. Wow, he does his live streams different to mine. So he has like holding the product, just so he'll be like, right guys, this is on
background, isn't he? Yeah.
And he'll have flash sales. So he's very heavy on not actually physically showing the product working. He's got the product here, and he's like, right, this is on flash sale now. There's only 3 left. Now I've done that on my sales. I don't know if anyone's seen, but when I'm live now, I used to do 20-minute flash sales, and I would put, say, 15 projectors in for 20 minutes. Now what I do is I do a live stream flash sale for 3 minutes at a time, and I might only put 3 or 4 in and say, guys, you've only got 2 minutes left. And that really, really helps push sales.
And sorry, how do you get the ability to do that? Do you get in touch with the brand?
You don't need to have an agency to do that. You can literally get those people who message you. They're generally from China because they work for the brands over there, and they will set that up for you. So those little messages you get, ask them. A good company, a good agency is the Alps. I've actually had quite a lot of contact with the Alps, and they've helped me a lot. They're the ones who sent me some money and stuff, and they actually deal with a lot of new people as well. So definitely, in fact, I could probably help some people get linked with the Alps very easily. So if anyone needs that help.
Right. So just like last question for me. I mean, you've been full of tips, tricks, and really good advice. I don't really want to say, you know, what's your best piece of advice because you've had that throughout. What about just like in terms of products that you've got your eye on at the moment, or like your friend's product that they were promoting in live? Is there anything you would recommend people to look at? You mentioned at the beginning Mother's Day, Valentine's.
Yeah.
Like what
Valentine. Right. Here's some stuff that I probably shouldn't really say, but I'm gonna because I'm open. But like in terms of products, so I know a lot of inside like smartwatches. Recently there's been a lot of these smartwatches going around, like I actually had them from last year, like these sort of cheap, they look like Apple watches, but they're like £12. You can get them off the shop, and they've actually just doing flash sales on them, so I'm going to try and do them on live streams. Now that's good for Valentine's Day, like for a gift for him. So that's a good shout. Now I will say projectors, like I've got this one here, let me just get it. You've probably all seen this.
Is it the big UW projectors, don't you?
Yeah, this thing alone,
Match Cubic.
This has earned me like 60 or 70 grand in like 3 months or something like stupid like that, because that's like the big seller for me. But it's the new projector now, the Beast Pro, you know, the big white one that I'm doing. But I won't lie, people, these were big back in, you know, Black Friday, that area, that's kind of time, but they're still good. Like, don't get me wrong, there's loads of people out there, you'll see it if you scroll through TikTok now, there'll be loads of people with 10 viewers who are trying to do this projector, but at the end of the day, you know, you might get £5 per sale of the projector, and it's a good product because you can sit in your room. So what I do, and this is a real big bit of advice, this is literally like my number one tip here, was even though I'm going to start doing lives where I have like Phil, where I'm stood in a room and I just rotate through the items, I will say if you can take one product, do a one product live and take it to the environment. So dash cam in the car, in the garage, project it in the bedroom. I like the projector because you can just lie on the bed, but project it in the bedroom, or, you know, if an air fryer in the kitchen, that's an obvious one because you wouldn't have an air fryer anywhere, but you take it to the best ever live stream I did with the dash cams was only last week. I was sat on the drive, there was snow outside, so you could see the snow. It was when it was horrible in the UK. I mean, it's not much better now, but you know, when it was like -14, and I was just sat there and I did 210 in like an hour and a half of the dash cams, and that made me think, wait a minute, if people are buying that many off the live stream, then that product's in. So another thing I will say is that you tend to go viral with something, you'll do well with that product from then on. So I went viral with the dash cams in video form last year, and what I did was, when you have videos popping off, so if you get a viral video and it starts popping off, so I had 4 dash cam videos in 1 week get 1 million views, and then when you go live, anyone who's watching that video will then have the opportunity to join your live, because it's on the video that's going viral. So I had loads more viewers coming into my live. So that's another tip. If you've got a video that's popping off, do a live with that video, and you'll naturally have more organic viewers in, and that might help push a sale.
Love it. Love those little tips there. So guys, if you have any questions for Isaac, please do put them in the comments. Are you going to go live after this, Isaac, on TikTok?
I'm going to the gym and then I'm going to go live. But don't get me wrong, I'm not going to work out. I'm going to go sit in the sauna and steam room. They're literally like I went to the gym last year, and that was like my only social thing. And now it's the opposite. Now I do a live and I just go there and I just sit in the steam room.
And just like relax.
Talk to me.
I mean, you can tell you're a real grafter, you know, and you're posting content every single day. So you deserve your sauna session.
You've got to have fun with it as well. You've got to have fun with it. That's the thing I will say. If you can be creative and you can have fun with it. I did a video where I was joking around, where I was doing the smart scales, and it went semi-viral, not proper viral, but I took my trousers down. Then I had some like granny panties on, and then I put them
And
down, like, and it's stuff like that, like funny,
I
like
think,
I didn't.
yeah, and I think I don't want to offend you here, but I think you were walking funny on purpose. You kind of
Oh
went
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, with my
that, and I
feet.
was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, love it. So Jay is asking, let's just pop it on the screen. Are there any types of content for you that performed unexpectedly well or poorly?
Depends. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, my second ever viral video, my first viral video was a drone, and then my second. And I will say that another thing that's massive is having a view behind you. Go outside, and I was on a walk one day, and I just thought, oh, there's this really nice view behind me. So I just started filming. I did an intro for the drone, and that's what then pushed the video on. So sometimes I know it's
Yeah,
hard because obviously you can't do that every day. But no, I would say that I'm uploading so much. And when I say so much, I'm not over the top. Like there's a few people, I don't know if you know the account Shop with Heidi. She uploads like little sort of 2 second videos, like literally 2 second videos, but there's loads of text on the screen. So people are constantly watching the video sort of 4 or 5 times. And she
over
does
and over.
makeup, and she does
Yeah,
20 or 30 videos a day. 20 or 30 videos a day. Now I'm not saying do that much. I do try and do three. I try and do 3 videos a day, but I wouldn't say there's something that I don't think you can really think like that. Like I would just create a video, move on. Okay, make sure it's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's what. So Zach from Viral Market said that as well. He's like, when I post a video and upload it, I just kind of forget. I don't get emotionally attached. Like, is that? Do you kind of just do it? Do you look at the analytics after? Apart from
Yeah,
the view count,
retention rate. So something I always used to look at. I don't anymore really, but because it basically got like sidetracked by my own advice. Because I was going to say if you have 60% of people watching after 3 seconds, that's normally a good indication. But then that viral video that has like 4 million views, that has like 20%.
yeah,
So but sometimes I'll get really like sound like like get a bit angry. So I'll be talking about a dash cam and I'll be like, do you know how much dangerous driving? Like I just
yeah,
change my tone slightly, and it's stuff like that that make people, realize, because the hardest thing to do is not try and seem like you're selling. That's like the
yeah.
hardest thing to do.
It is. Yeah, and you do
Um,
it incredibly well.
I don't even know how I do it. That's the thing, you see. I think it's those slight tone changes, my face like going a bit, like, just slight changes that help the story. It's all
Yeah,
in the story. It's all in the
yeah,
story.
absolutely.
Um,
So David's asking like, how come you started doing? It's a yeah. Interesting question. Why
yeah.
have you started doing your free advice?
Um,
So this is Isaac's other account, Make Me Money Isaac, and I really recommend following Isaac. Lovely profile picture there. But again, I just want to quickly say here, Isaac, you come across very very genuine as well here, and it's all organic. Like you did a video where you were just in the bath, and I was like,
yeah.
and you were like, yeah, I'm in the bath on what, and I'm just it just comes across so organic and genuine. It's awesome. So what was the reason that you decided to do that? Is it to drive traffic over to your TikTok account, your shop account?
Yeah, I literally did that because I saw a lot of people doing these accounts where, don't get me wrong, they might earn like a few hundred, they might earn a few hundred or a few thousand a month, but they're just constantly flogging courses. And I know a girl called Katie who
Yeah,
is
Katie
also,
Louise.
and
Yeah.
she's in Australia at the moment, but she's really good at creating video content, and she's actually like, I would say that she's someone who created like a course, and I can trust her and stuff. But a lot of people, I didn't know what they were pushing out, so I thought I'll just give free advice. Like, a lot of the advice, like a lot of people say, why are you doing that? Because like even my mum says it, like, you're going to get loads more competition. Like for starters, like I don't really care because I am the competition, so
I love
I
it.
feel
Love it.
confident in my own ability, and I
Yeah.
don't really mind if I drop down, and I will drop down. Like I'll watch certain people's lives and they might be doing a bit better than me, and I'll get a bit annoyed, but then I get motivation from that, you see. So
And you can
on my
take
lowest days,
inspiration. Yeah.
well, that was something on my lowest days. How do you get motivation? Well, if you like, if you say earn £50 a day, and then you have a week where you earn £5, £10 a day, you're going to be really annoyed with that. But you've got to find something out of that, because it's either going, with TikTok, I will say it's going to go one way. If you don't stay consistent and you just say, I'll leave it for a few weeks, it will go down. You need to stay consistent with it. And when you get up to a certain level, then you can give yourself those little breaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't just focus on a video for like 3 hours. Right, I've got to get this caption in exactly the right place. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. It really doesn't matter. Just create the video. My opinion in terms of captions on the screen, like loads of
Yeah.
captions and stuff. I
Advertisers,
feel
yeah.
like we're moving more, and I've done some tests on this recently, and it really works, into nothing. So a lot of
Right.
people say 70% of people on TikTok don't have sound on. So 70% of people do not hear what's coming through.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. That's what the stat is. 70%
That
over.
seems really high. I get it for Instagram because it's
Yeah,
pictures and things, but
it's
yeah,
over 70%, and the reason why is there's a lot of kids on buses and stuff who don't have the sound on. They're scrolling or something like that. So to
yeah,
me, I don't want to sell to them because I won't be selling to that audience. Now, when I started TikTok, I never thought my demographic would be like 25 years to four. Like it's quite higher. It's not as young as I was expecting. And
yeah,
I know
yeah. It's
someone's
increasing, isn't it,
mum.
over time?
I know someone's mum who does TikTok, and her demographic's like 50 to 70. And I'm
Yeah,
like, really? There's that many older people? But of course there is, because TikTok's massive. So don't worry about your age. If you're watching this
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
70 years old, don't worry. If you're watching this and you're 16, you have to wait 2 years till you're 18. But you know, but it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love it,
yeah.
love it. All right. So we've got one question here. Did you ever have somebody like copy your video, take your audio and
Yeah.
nick it? I do see it happen
Oh
quite
yeah, yeah,
frequently.
all the time. Yeah, that happens all the time. In fact, something I really want to bring up with TikTok, and there's something that hopefully I will bring up with them, which is that we all have in the Star Creator Group about the people fit stealing videos. So whether it's audio or actual video and audio, a lot of them, what they'll do is they'll steal your audio and they'll make their video. So a lot of them are from China, and you can see it in some of the videos. And what they do is they just steal your audio with their own video, so of the dash cam or whatever, and they splice it. And that's fine. They're allowed to do that because they're apparently allowed to take your audio. That's fine for them
Really?
to
Yeah,
do. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
you don't get in trouble. They can't get in trouble for that, but they can get in trouble if they steal your video. So what I do to stop them stealing my audio, it doesn't always work, but you can add a song and turn it down to 0, and then they can't steal your audio. They just can steal the song because it comes up
Still
as
a
a
song.
song on your
Yeah,
video.
yeah. That's a
But
good tip. But
sometimes it doesn't.
ultimately, you don't let it get to you. You just like, as you said before, you are the competition. You just kind of you
Yeah,
make another one. And I think
they're only
it's
stealing it. They're only stealing it if it's gone viral anyway. So
yeah,
it's already done its job. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of these
yeah.
accounts get taken down anyway. The thing that does annoy me though is when I see toilet rolls spinning around and getting like 900
On the
views, and I'm like,
lives.
and they're
Yeah.
getting sales as well, and I'm thinking, oh
Yeah,
god.
it's nuts, isn't
But
it? It's nuts. Jay is asking percentage of revenue that you think that comes from live stream versus
now,
video now. Yeah.
now probably 75%, 80% live. Back
Really? Okay.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Back before back, but that's because live streams for me is really popping off at the moment. But it's back in the day, it was probably up till sort of, July, August, it was pretty much 100% video. And what I did was the first ever live stream that really popped off, apart from that portable washing machine, was I was sat on my drive doing a dash cam video. And I did a dash cam video the week before, a live stream the week before, and I didn't get any sale. I got like one sale in an hour or so. I thought this is naff. And those 4 videos went viral, and they all had over 1 million in the same week. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go live and see if any of that traffic from those videos came in. And I sold like 66 dash cams in like an hour.
That's
And what
such a good
happens is
tip.
once you get one something pop off, you can ride with it then. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So if you get a good live stream, even one live stream that does semi decent, you'll then be able to go up to that level again. And I've noticed you tend to keep the rough same amount of followers. Same amount of viewers. And I don't
Yeah.
know how it all works in the algorithm, but from my personal opinion, it seems to be like they test you, and then if you can keep a certain amount of viewers, or if you can get a certain amount of sales, you then get up to that level. If that
Yeah.
makes any sense. Because when I
Yeah.
go live, it always goes up to 900 people. And then it drops back down to sort of 500, 400, 300. And someone else I know, it goes up to 500 and then it drops down. So there's a level that the algorithm goes up to. And I'm just saying, once you hit that level, it's very hard for you to go back
Go
down
back down.
unless you
Yeah.
unless you get violate. Don't get me wrong, they punish you. If you get a violation, you'll see like a week where your live stream gets like half the views. And even I do
Yeah.
that. So
Do you ever get like overwhelmed from the huge amount of people watching? 900 people watching you on your camera. It's a lot.
uh
Or do you kind of just separate? You like it's they're behind the camera.
yeah, I think when I start doing my face stuff more, it might get a bit more, because then they're actually looking at your face instead of faceless. But then again, I've had, so many million views on the videos that they all see me. They see me through, but it's different through a video, isn't it? Because you're not live. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Even when I was doing this, like you get caught. Like I forgot what I was talking about once or twice, because you get caught in the headlights. So you're like, oh, I'm live and people are watching me. So yeah,
Yeah,
it is definitely different. But at the same time, if you do that, like I know a lot of people watching this will be so scared to go live, but just do it. Like you just
you
do it.
probably quickly
Like
get used
Sheila,
to it. Mm.
yeah, just do it, and it's a consistent income. So if you do that with video, so if you say to yourself, right, I've been doing live streaming for 2 months now, I can make 350 500 quid a month off it, and I'm making 250 quid a month off my videos, then you know that half of that income is solid, and you can just go live and make it. That's what I love
Yeah,
about live streaming. There's no like, oh, am I going to get a viral video? I don't know. Am I going, because it's luck, isn't it? Essentially, I
yeah.
know it's not luck. It's a lot of hard work, a
Element
lot
of
of
it, yeah, for
testing,
sure. Mm.
but there is luck, and I've noticed they're pushing at the moment. They are pushing new accounts. I've seen quite a few new accounts getting pushed out now. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just something that I'm noticing. I'm not too sure. So if you're
Yeah,
someone who's literally just got 1,000 followers and you're watching this, then you're fine.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it depends what you. And one last thing I will say is it depends what your demographic is. You got to think about that. So if you're if you're a family and you've got a family and you're maybe like 40 years old, you've got to think that a lot of the people watching you, without you choosing, they're going to be of that
Very
same.
similar. Yeah,
So
yeah,
you've got to think, how can you sell to yourself? Literally, how can you sell to everyone? How can you sell to yourself?
yeah.
So like, how can I sell to me as a 32-year-old? I'm I don't know, but that's what I think of.
I think I saw on your TikTok the other day, or unless you told me, you said my niche is kind of electronics, project car gear and things. Do you think that matters ultimately when you don't, you just kind of pick a niche because it's
No,
your
I take that back. It does. It definitely have a niche. I went with drones at the beginning. Drones went really well for me. This was back in the day when there were so many drones on TikTok Shop. They were all like cheap drones, but there was loads of them. So I did loads of different drones. I was the drone guy back in the day. So what that did was unknowingly it gave me that niche of drones, gadget, that kind of,
yeah
and that's a
yeah
great niche. That's definitely, in my opinion, one of the best niches, because it's all, there's always new tech stuff coming out. I mean, these projector companies, they're always coming out with one of these new projectors. In fact, there's a projector that they have out that they don't even have on TikTok Shop yet, which annoys me because I want to promote it.
It was my. I mean, the value of
Um,
those is so good, isn't it? Like £30, and it's basically a computer and a projector. It's
yeah,
nuts.
that's what they sell themselves. You need, if you can get something that basically sells itself
Yeah,
because it just looks good or what, that's the key.
you're onto a
Um,
winner. Mm.
Yeah, but it's yeah, I don't know. Have a niche, but then get like, you can experiment. Okay, so I've had toilet roll bundles go viral. Now the toilet rolls are a bit naff now because they're like 28 quid, and they used to be like 20 quid for 120, and now they're like 28 quid, which to me is not really a
Yeah, nothing to
competitive
shout
price.
about. Mm.
So back when it was a competitive price, I had 3 toilet roll videos go viral. I had drone videos. I had an RC stunt car. Like, have you seen the RC twist stunt car?
Yeah, yeah,
And then that
yeah.
was another one I started a video. That's a really good hook, by the way. Try this out. This is a free one. So I was like, I bought this for the kids, but I'm using it more than they are,
I
and
already did.
stuff like
I
that.
already did nick that for
Yeah.
training it.
That's a good one. I've used that a few times, but
Awesome. Well, look, I want to just say well done, first of all, for what you've created and what you've done over the past year. It's so impressive, and I think everyone would agree watching now, just speaking to you, like, it's obvious why you've got that infectious energy, and we can see how creative the storytelling, how naturally it comes to you. So Isaac, mate, thank you so much. Everyone
no
watching
worries.
the replay, everyone watching live now, I'm sure will start following you and be using you as inspiration moving forwards. But on that note, I will let you now go to the sauna, relax
Yeah.
before doing your next live. But yeah, guys, if you ever see Isaac on a TikTok live, please do go support him, whether it's his brand account or whether it's his main TikTok shop account. So Isaac, mate, thank you once again. Have a great evening, and see you on the talk.
Keep smashing it. You keep smashing it, mate. And everyone who's watching this, like I say, you can do, depends what you want to get. If you want to get 500 quid a month or you want to get 50,000 a month, you can do it. Just got to, the number one thing is just stay consistent with it. Just, even if you're having a bad day, just stay consistent with it, and it'll come up eventually, for sure.
Love it. Thank you.
No worries.
Everyone.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you quickly now, Isaac. We've got loads of people. Thank you so much. Great watch. Great advice.
No worries.
Really valuable. So yeah, awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for attending this evening. And any questions in the Discord or on TikTok. Otherwise, have a great week. Thank you so much.